Whoa, can I get a what's growing on? So nursery follow-up, guys. I am walking into the shade nursery. It is midday. It is the end of August. It is hot, it is humid. We haven't had a hurricane yet, so knock on wood. This place is pumping. Things look really good right now. Girls have been doing an amazing job of keeping the plants pretty, happy, healthy, weed-free. Trying to get as organized as we can and constantly expanding to make things better. One of the big additions that we've taken care of and did this year was this large canopy over the office with the pavers underneath, just trying to make a nicer checkout area. Working on getting some misters and some fans in there. Big glass cooler, this way we can have cold coconuts and drinks on hand. Also those typically garden amendments that would be needed. So right now we have a Jabo mix, we've got worm castings, fertilizer. Out front we carry all the different biochars, fertilizer, compost, potting mix, you name it, pine straw, hardwood mulch, and bagged mulch, because we've had a lot of requests for bagged mulch, so we started carrying some cypress mulch. Not something that I love to do, but that's what we're doing. Guys, we've got all kinds of edible gingers, miracle fruit through here, jackfruits, passion fruits are getting kind of slim. You guys see that orange thing pulling out of here? That's a tree truck, and those guys found me again, and we've been getting fresh mulch like crazy here over the last few weeks. It's actually getting to a point again where it's gotten out to my driveway, and I might have to cut those guys off. But all of a sudden we were running out of mulch. All of a sudden we got too much. So it's a very fine line there, guys, between that happy medium of too much mulch and not enough mulch. I've stopped putting the sign out by the road. It's just a couple of these local guys called me, hey, you still taking mulch? Yeah, we're still taking mulch. I can't turn it down. So if you have clean mulch, yes, we are taking it. I don't want your palms, I don't want your trash. But we are trying to reorganize the front. Basically, guys, this year's goals have been canopy over the office, shipping house, new greenhouse going in the back, potentially 2 greenhouses. And as soon as I get done with the greenhouses, we are bouncing out to that main road. I couldn't help but let this thing catch my eye, guys. This is a beautiful scarlet Jaboticaba. A lot of these have flowers and fruit on them right now. They have been flying out the door. Very, very popular. I think that's a great first Jaboticaba if you don't want to get a red hybrid. But this is basically Jabo land through this area. Very, very exciting. If you are a collector of Jabos, come in, check out our Jabos. I would venture to say that we have some of the healthiest, most beautiful Jaboticabas in the state of Florida. If you think yours look better, if you think you got a prettier looking nursery, drop it down below. I want to come see it. I'm not even joking, because I think we work pretty hard at what we're doing here. And these are one of the things that I think we're kind of kicking butt at. So not everything is perfect, but we are trying our best. I have a lot of big reds over here. These are 15-gallon reds. All of these are at a fruiting age, guys. Like if you come and you buy a 15-gallon red from me, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to have fruits on it. Like you're going to take home a tree that has already fruited. It has more fruits up top. Even in that summertime when they're not fruiting as heavy or not fruiting as often, these guys still have fruits on them right now. So it's really exciting. Red is probably still one of my favorites, even though I think the scarlet has a little bit more of a unique tang flavor to it. It really just depends on which one's in my hand at that time. Beautiful little Brogdon avocado that was planted just over, or coming up on a year. I guess a lot of these have been in the ground now. 15-gallon scarlets, all at that fruiting age. And I guess if you guys want to know, if you want to get a tree that is 8 foot tall, 2 feet taller than me, with fruit on it, rough idea what it costs. If you come to the nursery, it's about a $450 tree. So we've got them in the $250 range in 7 gallons and just over $100 range in the 3 gallon, which these 3 gallons are coming up on 4 foot tall. Everybody wants to ask you the gallon size of the pot. How big is the pot? I don't think the pot size matters. We price things on the size of the plant, how old they are, how mature they are. I have caught flowers and fruit on these 3 gallons multiple times. So a lot of places sell 3-gallon plants that are a foot or 2 tall. So I don't think everything should be priced as far as the gallon size goes, especially when we're talking about specialty plants. Just hit a spider web. There's a nice red that we put in over here last year. still working on this back of the barn. Guys, this is pretty fresh. We haven't wrapped this up yet. There's some of those pine needles. We've tried to give us some native only zones. This way, you know, the true native lovers can come in here. Fan also suggested that we keep the natives kind of selected into certain areas kind of on their own. But all of our natives are kind of in one zone now on their own. Stokes aster, coneleaf, native horsetail over there, goldenrod, native milkweeds, coontie, you name it. If you guys have been here to the retail nursery and you've seen me on a Saturday, thank you guys for coming out. If you came out and you haven't seen me, I appreciate your support. I can't thank you guys enough. And just so you know, I know I put it out in a video a while ago. I'm trying to be here on Saturdays. Life's gotten hectic. It's not always every Saturday. It's kind of sporadic. I'm working on a first and third Saturday of the month. I end up with projects at my own house I'd like to get done. I don't want to work on Sunday. Been trying to spend some time with the family. So clients pulling out of here as we speak. There's probably been 4 or 5 here today. Just while I've been making the video, there's a couple out there shopping. Right now we've got some rare varieties of papaya in stock. Clip over to the B-roll and see the new sign. 666 sign has been gone. I know I talked about that in the last video. I don't think I showed my new sign. So new signs are up by the road. That's kind of big. Been a long time in the works. Finally happened. So this is all the full sun nursery. A lot of that, guys, this has only been in place, what, a year and a half now, and I already have mat that needs to be redone. That traffic, the foot traffic from people walking over it on a daily basis really takes a toll on the mat. I've been able to see that here with having that retail space and people continuously walking on it, even buying the best, the thickest, the nicest black mat they have, it's still wearing down a good bit. So this is going to be no small undertaking, and I lied. I lied to myself, guys. I promised myself I would never build another greenhouse. I would never take down another greenhouse, and I did it. I took it down. I haven't built it yet. Shout out to Leave Me Alone, I'm Busy Farming, my friend Hugh. He helped us take it down. He's gonna help us put it up, and I probably wouldn't have attempted this without you, Hugh. So thank you very much. I'll show you guys where it's going real quick. Anything else, you're gonna have to just get in your car and come out here and see this place. We are a destination nursery, hoping to do a lot of events, constantly adding new inventory. Some items I could point out that we just brought in. We have a new variety of bamboo. It is the little sister to Graceful. It's RG Dwarf, maxes out at about 15, 18 foot. Very upright, beautiful aesthetic variety of bamboo, tight clumper. So RG Dwarf, which would basically be like a dwarf Graceful. White Sapote, probably have about 80 of those in stock. By the time this video gets out, I don't know how many I'll have left, but we have them right now. Pretty well stocked. I also have some Governor's plums. Can't guarantee those are going to be here because probably only about 10 left. Haven't had those in years. Been a long time since I've even seen those. Got some Governor's plums. And what else is new? Actually, I've got all the regular stuff. I got all the standard stuff, but there's stuff we've been out of for a while. I feel like there's one more thing on the tip of my tongue, and if I think about it, I will tell you guys in a minute. So, biggest thing I'm dreading about the greenhouse is putting these poles back in with the concrete on them still. That is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. We tried to chip it off. It didn't come off easily. I was even thinking about trying to jackhammer, but my buddy with the jackhammer said it might mess up the poles. Really should just break down and buy new poles. We're gonna see. Tomorrow is the big day. Like I said, it is the end of August. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday, and this is the area I plan on putting the greenhouse. Basically, there'll be black mat there. It's gonna go all the way down, and I'm probably gonna have to take a couple of trees here. Definitely taking out that little cherry laurel and palm tree cluster down there. We've already brought over some of the ladders, and you guys can see the rest of the mess that I'm gonna have to deal with. Not exciting. Greenhouse, yeah, all these parts need to go back together. So stay tuned. Kelpie is just completely overgrown. We have a bamboo windbreak over there of Graceful that's gotten completely eaten by a combination of Kelpie and some other weeds and vines. So in case you're wondering the size, the new greenhouse is 26 foot wide by 96 foot long. It's gonna go about 10 foot past that cluster, hopefully leaving us about 10 foot on this end, because I want to be able to get access to this mat. Really not sure what's gonna happen on this in-between section yet where you see the black mat. We ended up putting nursery mat down on that, and by far for solarization, the black nursery mat is the way to go. I had a total failure when I was prepping these plots originally with chicken manure, going back to some old videos here. We bought black plastic from Home Depot or Lowe's. That was the biggest waste of money, the biggest mistake I ever made as far as mat went with solarization. I will never, ever, ever do that again. Just so you know, this black nursery mat is totally reusable. It's totally not going to just disintegrate. This could be down on the ground for years compared to the other stuff that I had was in the sun like 3 months. And all of a sudden we had like 10 million pieces of plastic out here. It just disintegrated to shreds. Probably still picking up pieces of plastic from that. So I will not do that again. But stay tuned. Tomorrow is the big day. We're going to start over here on this prep. Hopefully get her done. This is a new nursery zone we still have to add irrigation to. Right now they're just hand watering, oscillating sprinklers, and they're moving them around, but we really need to get a couple more wobblers back in this area because this whole zone is new and this whole little middle zone is new, although the back has been there for quite a few months. And yeah, more poles. So that wasn't it just over there. We've got 4 more here and we've got 7 more there. What do we got? 9 more here. Yeah, we've got a couple of poles, so not excited about that at all. Stay tuned. I'll try to get you guys a video after we get that thing up. Basically, my goal would be in 2 days is to get the poles in the ground, get the hoops up on it. If that goes as planned, I can kind of move along a little bit slower on getting the rest of the house put back together. And I probably will not put plastic on that greenhouse until after hurricane season. I'm not chancing it. I would hate to go through all that work, all that time, and all of a sudden we have an issue. So that would stink. I have cut some greenhouses in my past years because of hurricanes. We're not going to do that again. So we learned the hard way, but I only make mistakes once, so stay tuned. I should mention that this gable on the end was done a couple weeks after the roof was done. I ended up having to cut a little square in there to make sure our UPS truck had clearance to get under. But there you can see that new gabled, freestanding awning coming off the side over here. And what was happening was we were getting high winds. That building is so high, the water was really blowing in under there when we had heavy rain. So wanted to give a little bit more protection to them in that potting propagation area. And this has been a game changer, having this and allowing them to work on rainy days, you know, not having to go home. Didn't have this at the other property. We'd run into the barn, we'd run into the greenhouse where production keeps going. It doesn't matter rain or shine. So this has been a huge one for us. And I guess I could point out real quick the RG dwarf bamboo. I did plant this here about 8 months ago. I believe it's starting to get some canes in that 15 to 16 foot range. And you can kind of see the grass underneath there, and we put vetiver grass in between each one just as a placeholder, just to kind of fill in while they were young. They were only 1 or 2 shoot 3 gallons when they went in the ground. Now obviously they've got multiple shoots. They're kind of filling in. The grasses get choked out if they don't get pulled out. So stay tuned. Still so many more things I want to plant here, but I cannot complain. We've made some headway this year. It's been quite productive. Really happy to see the buildings getting done, moving into the greenhouse right in perfect time as fall gets here, and working our way to that main road. So guys, thank you for the support. Thank you for coming out. I think I've got a couple of cool job site follow-ups coming at you guys here soon. Just so you know, we are trying to do more local work in the Tampa Bay area. Day jobs, half-day jobs. Doesn't have to be a big project. It can be the small projects. Doesn't really matter. As long as it's a half a day worth of work, it makes it worth our time to come out. But we would ideally like to do more work in the Bay Area. Less traveling, less time on the road, less time away from the family. So hope you guys enjoyed this quick follow-up. Drop me some comments down below. Tell me what you want a video on. I know everybody's been asking for videos on individual plants again. I've got that on my list. I've got 4 or 5 kind of in the scopes right now that'll be coming at you over the next couple of weeks. So hope you guys enjoyed the follow-up. I hope you've been to the retail nursery. I hope I've seen you here. I hope you planted a garden. I hope you're starting a food forest. Most importantly, I hope you're gonna pound some dirt.